confession. I'm a gamer. I like to play The Sims 4 and Assassin's Creed Origin on my PS4 in my downtime. The thing about playing video games is, in order to advance a level, buy items for tasks, or gain experience points to grow your character, you have to play the game. You can play it over and over and over again, no matter how many times you die, and you still get the chance to play it over again. The difference in playing the game of life is we only get one chance at it. I was waiting for some important news, phone call per se. And on July 15th, 2021, that phone call came. I was in the middle of a workout. I was sweating. I was feeling good. I was throwing uppercuts. I was throwing jabs. I was throwing hooks. I was just feeling, I was in the moment. I was in the process of my morning routine, and the phone rang. So I wiped a little bit of sweat off and I grabbed the phone and it said Dr. Brown. So my heart started beating immediately and I picked it up. Hello, Dr. Brown. This is Angela. Hello, Angela. I wanted to let you know we got your test results back. The test came back that it's malignant. It is cancerous. You have invasive ductal carcinoma. As I started crying and going towards the hallway where my husband's office was to let him know to stand there with him. I need for you to come to the office as soon as possible. Can you make it in today? Yes. Can you be here at 2:00? Yes. Okay, I'll see you then. Okay, I'll see you then. I hang up the phone. I felt scared. I felt validated that what I was experiencing was not just in my head, the tiredness, the waking up, soaking wet, hot flashes, bruising easily, and not even noticing it. Now that I had that diagnosis, it was, how am I going to beat this? Will it take my life like it did my mom and my other loved ones? I started to ask myself, Angela, how are you going to conquer this level? How are you going to handle the symptoms? Why didn't I get any cheat codes? I stepped out of the victim Angela, and I stepped into the victor Angela. I decided I'm going to fight for my life, not just exist in it like I had been. Being a mom and a caregiver to my 20-year-old who has cerebral palsy, life was lifing. I'm going to get in the game, stop being a spectator, level up, and share cheat codes with others as I go. What was I going to do now? It felt like being stuck on a level in Assassin's Creed and my player's under the water and starting to not be able to breathe. So I got to use my controller to get him up above the surface so he can take that gasp of air so his level can refresh. I came to the surface and took some air. I'm going to share with you my air method with the hopes that it helps inspire you to reframe how you play your game of life. It's an acronym. The A is adapt. They call a mockingbird because it's able to adapt to its environment and mimic the sounds it hears. We must be careful and adapt to the changes in our lives and not the environment. The changes in our lives, not the environment. The things that are happening in our lives is the environment that I'm speaking about. We don't want to manifest what we don't want. We must stop thinking and speaking things we don't want because we would just attract more of it. The law of attraction is so real. Change your internal dialogue and practice more positive self-talk. Thoughts and words are energy. I remember saying plenty of times, I'm not going to get or I won't get breast cancer because of this and that. Well, this and that was the cause of my cancer. I manifested it by thinking of it and focusing on it so much. I adapted to the news and understood how I could win and go to the next level. The next level is the inner work. I decided to fight and do what I had to do to keep my breasts. As I did my self-healing journal given to me by my favorite life coach, Yashika Divine, I realized that all the stress I held on to, all the stuff I wouldn't surrender to, all I wasn't releasing, all the people I said yes to when I wasn't saying yes for me had manifested into this dis-ease in my body that I had to fight with my one life that I have. Beware of how you are feeling, thinking, behaving, and your emotions. Activate your self-awareness. I activated my self-awareness and found that I held on to a lot of resentment and a lot of disappointment. And in that identification, I found release. I had to endure 12 weeks of chemotherapy. And in this 12 weeks of chemotherapy, I was pulling out my hair. It's one thing when you have the choice to cut your hair versus the choice of your hair just coming out in your hands. But by the inner work that I did and the faith that I had and that release, that identification, by week 2 of the chemotherapy, the tumor was gone. We must care about our mental health and not claim fine when we are not. I recommend that everybody read You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. It is a great book and it helped me so much. It has all the ailments you can think about and the probable causes and an affirmation you can say. Let's tap into the law of attraction. The next level is repeat. Like a muscle needs continuous conditioning to keep from going weak, we must strengthen our mental fitness. Our personal growth is a continuous process that must be on repeat as we level up. Show up for yourself every day, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and socially. Establish a flexible routine. Set attainable goals and execute them and do what makes you happy. Play in this game of life, but play it to your best. Be the best version of you. Because in this game of life, the game ends when you do. So get in and play every level like it's your last.